Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of my PC20 video. Now, as you can see, the humble Commodore has been opened and we have a few little interesting changes from original. Now, the original Commodore motherboard is still in there, the chips are still there, it is still working in a fashion, but what it does have is some quite severe board damage, which means that it's no longer functioning as it should. The CPU seems to be working, but there is some damage around the associated chips. So at the moment, I'll have to come back to that. But in the meantime, what we have is a 100 megabyte hard drive, which I fitted and used for about a day. Now I don't no longer use, hence why it's disconnected. The floppy drive is a strange setup. It is a 360K single density drive, but it has no A or B attributes other than the motherboard itself denotes that the drive is an A drive. Now I can't change that, it is built in. So this drive is a bespoke part for the Commodore machine. It won't work in any other computer. Same with the hard drive. The original hard drive is an 8-bit hard drive. It won't work in a normal 16-bit or 32-bit computer. So we'll forget about that. But what I have fitted to get this machine running is an SBC, which is a single board computer. Now this one is a Pentium 1.4 gigahertz with 1 gigabyte of RAM. I probably would have liked a 386 or 486, but my 486 SBC has got an issue. It's not working at the moment, and my 386, I don't know where that is. So I've just popped this in just to get a bit of use out of the machine, really, and I quite like it. I can run Windows 98, I can copy files about, and when I put the drivers on, I might even be able to use the LAN drivers, the LAN ports that are fitted in there. So what is this? This is an SBC industrial computer, and this is the sort of thing you would find in CNC machines, mills, lathes, that sort of thing. It does have on the back here, which you can't see, a CF slot, which is quite handy, and it will use that as hard drive O, I think it is, and any other one that's connected becomes hard drive 1 or hard drive 2. It can support 2 floppies, it has a serial port, it has a parallel port, and it also has VGA built in. Obviously there's no sound. Now sound is something that SBCs as a rule don't have. You won't find too many layers playing Doom after all, so there's no point. But what we do have here is a 16-bit Aztec sound card, which doesn't seem to be working at the moment. It's in an 8-bit port, which could be the problem. But I'll look into that. We may find a solution for that. So apart from that, the machine is still standard. I do have the original drive, I do have the cabling. I can, in a matter of probably 15 minutes, put it back to its original specification. And I might do that one day. But at the end of the day, if it was working, it is still a 640K 8088 computer of very little use other than historical perhaps. As it is now, it is much more useful. It will get used, and it will probably be used in a gaming night in the next 2 or 3 weeks, probably over Easter. We're going to have a Call of Duty 2 night. I'm going to get a few machines, I'll land up together, and we shall play a few games, a few death matches and that sort of thing, have a few battles in 2Jane. But let me show you the machine running briefly, and we can see how it works. So let's turn it on. Okay, never mind links. and you get out of it.